Hello there, it's Cassie. Welcome back for another Trinity Stamps video. Today we're going to be doing some more sneak peeks, and I have some amazing products to share with you today. They all coordinate so well together, and we are going to start with this layered mug stencil. I have a piece of cardstock. It's a craft cardstock, and I have brought that stencil in. I'm going to try and make a background. So I've got some ink on 3 Marigold orange, and I've got a blending brush, one of my blending buddies, and I am going to blend that all through that stencil. It isn't going to look like much to start, but we are going to blend that through, and it looks really pretty on this cardstock too. So we'll blend that through, then we'll pull that off, and we do need to clean the stencil off because I want to flip this and put that stencil on the other side. So now we'll do the same thing on this other side. I've kind of brought it up a little bit higher, and I'm just blending that marigold orange through our stencil. And like I said, it doesn't look like a whole lot right now. It sort of looks like a cup because, but it doesn't look too much like one, or at least not a coffee cup, because we haven't put the whole thing on there. But it will look like one here in a second once I bring in the whipped cream. So I'm going to put the stencil down again, and then we're going to bring in some Shark Tooth by Ink on 3 along with another blending buddy, and just carefully blend that through our stencil. Pull that away and look at that. Ooh, it looks like whipped cream on top of a cup. So it's starting to come together, and then we'll do the same thing on this other side. But there are so many things to do with this stencil. There are 2 pieces to the stencil, and you can have a full coffee mug with all of the detail as well. I went ahead and die cut all of my pieces out that I needed. This comes from the brand new Beary Cute layered mug. So I've die cut all the pieces from this set, and it's going to give you all the pieces to make a bear. Not only that, but you'll also have a couple of pieces to make a little tea bag, like the tip, the paper piece of the tea bag. So I've got the little flower, and I've glued that down to that piece. And you could even take that little flower and you could put it on your bear. So you could make some little girl bears, make some little boy bears without the flower if you wanted. Super, super cute. Now we're going to put our ears together, and think about it. You can make black bears, brown bears, polar bears. You have a lot of options here, or even just like little different colored bears. How fun would that be? I'm going to put his muzzle down on this piece of the mug, and then I'm going to put down his nose and his mouth that I've die cut out of black. You can start to see it now, can't you? Super cute. And then we have 2 little dots of black for his eyes. If you wanted to make it like a little girl bear with some eyelashes, you could just add those with a little black pen if you wanted. How cute would that be? But we're going to put those right on top. And then we're going to attach this down to the mug piece itself. Now, I was thinking about it. You could pop this up on foam tape if you wanted to give it some dimension, but this works. And then you also have that slit piece that goes for the top, like your little coffee. I'm kind of playing around with the ears, but I'm going to go ahead and put that coffee piece down first. So I'm using Crafty Gluefriend the whole time. So check it out. It looks like we've got coffee in our mug now. And then now I'm going to put down his little ears. So we'll just put a little bit of glue on top. And we'll put the ears down. And then I felt like this needed a little bit of dimension. So I'm going to bring in some Weeping Willow ink that I have along with another blending buddy. And it's just going to add a little brown to the very bottom of our mug. So just a little dimension. And then I have put my background into my makeshift splatter box, and I've used some frayed burlap distress spray stain for all over that background. It's going to dry back just a little bit, so it looks dark now, but it will dry back just a little bit. So I'm going to set that off to the side and let that dry. And then as I'm working, I might hit it with a heat tool, but I didn't show that on camera. I'm going to put some words from our A Latte Love stamp set. This goes perfectly with it. So I've brought in Hug in a Mug, and I'm putting that inside of my Misty, and I can do that because of the grid. I can kind of line everything up on that grid to make sure it's nice and straight. And then I'll bring in my background that is now dry and just kind of manipulate that a little bit to make sure it's nice and centered on there. And then I'll ink up my stamps with some VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink. It's a pigment ink, so it'll set on top of what I've already stamped very nicely. And then I'll pull in a couple more words. So we've got sending a, and so in the end it'll say sending a hug in a mug. And this is a 5x7 card, in case I did not mention that beforehand. So that measures 5x7. All right, ink that up again with our pigment ink, and then I'll pull this out, and I'm going to bring in some Prismacolor pencils to color up the hug and mug. I love how those words have the opening, so you can color those how you want to. And so I'm just going to color with this lighter pink, and I'll do that for both words. And then when I'm done with that, I'll bring in a darker pink that I'm going to do like an ombre at the bottom. I just can't help it. When there's letters like this, I have to do like an ombre look. So I'll bring in that darker pink and do the same thing with hug and mug. When we're done with that, then we can actually start doing some assembly. So I'm going to bring in our Crafty Gluefriend, and that circle came from our Clean Cut Layers Circle Set B. There are 2 sets, and I'm telling you, if you don't have circle sets, for sure you're going to want these. There's all the sizes, and it's fabulous. I'm just over the moon for it. All right, so then I'm going to glue down my bear, and we'll also glue down our little string and the end of our string for our tea bag. And then we have the front of our card all ready to go. And then I'm going to glue this down to a card base. You could add some embellishments if you want to, but I left it as is, and that's going to finish off our card for today. But I did want to share with you that there is a cat and dog layered mug add-on, and it has all the pieces that you need to add on to your layered mug to make a dog and a cat. And you could leave these as tags, or you could put these on a card. I love them. They're so darn cute, and I hope you like them too. If you like this video, be sure to hit that like button. Definitely consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. And be sure to check out all that Trinity Stamps has going on over on their blog, Facebook page, and Instagram for more crafty inspiration. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you soon.